All right. Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of The Legend of the Three Kingdoms. Uh, yeah, this is one of my custom games, and yeah, weird stuff has been happening to these guys. So, without any further ado, let's jump back in to the Three Kingdoms. You guys were finally able to meet with Preacher's contact, who turned out to be the king of Valakovia. After meeting with him, he decided to after you learned a little more about what was going on in Dorme, he decided to send you back to Sanguinius to find out who was behind what happened and possibly to stop them from getting a rather large advantage over the other two kingdoms. He also managed to clear you of all charges so you could walk around as free men and women. However, you soon found out that you were cleared because someone else was executed for the crimes you were charged with, which didn't sit well with some of you. And then you also met a vampire lord who had been sent to Valakovia to capture you, and now that you're not criminals, was somewhat upset about it. So beyond that, you guys were able to get an inn or a few inn rooms for the night, and you've been able to sleep. So, you guys get a long rest, and when you wake up, you realize Preach is talking again. Hopefully, she's been silent for the rest of the journey for a little bit. So, you all meet downstairs at your corner booth to get breakfast and kind of decide what you want to do next. So, go ahead.
I'm just downstairs. I did not sleep last night.
Hey,
Af-
move there.
After the events that unfolded, I'm going to try to flag down the nearest bartender waitress.
You see this barmaid that's just kind of tending the bar. Not a whole lot of people are drinking this early in the morning, so she kind of lights up when you come over. The idea that she might be able to do something.
Hi. Do you have coffee?
Coffee? Yeah. Let me look. And she goes behind it and rustles around and like, yeah. It's here's a cup. You've no clue where it came from. You're not used to people storing coffee underneath a bar, but it looks similar to it.
Is it red?
It's black.
Okay, that's perfect. Thank you very much.
As you pick it up, the mug is cold.
Okay. Iced coffee.
Anything else?
Um, not yet. Thank you.
All right, look.
And I'll just walk back.
She goes back to cleaning things.
I'll just sit down at the table, stare into the middle distance, and drink my coffee.
When you first put it up to your lips, you have to fight your gag reflex. You're not sure what this was supposed to be, but you are fairly certain whatever they were trying to make, they burnt it very badly.
I'll just set it down in front of me and then absent-mindedly, every now and then, take another sip and gag and put it back down.
Your first sip, the thing that got you the most is very strong, kind of soot, ashy flavor, and it had grit to it.
Mmm.
You have kind of this sand feeling in your mouth after it. But it's strong.
Okay. I will sit down then and enjoy my point of exhaustion.
The rest of you?
I don't know how long I would till I came back because I was reading in that chamber all night. That I don't sleep anyway. I just don't know how long that took.
You would have been kicked out, or not kicked out, but you would have left really early in the morning to the point where you would have arrived at the end of about an hour or so before everyone else woke up.
Okay. And I'd probably be at the table with Vala.
Okay. So you see Vala kind of gag as she drinks something black and viscous.
Henri, where have you been?
You know that room you wanted to go into but couldn't
No?
in the temple?
I got into the room I wanted to get into. I didn't get any answers that were particularly useful, but more questions than anything.
I'll say as quietly as I can because I don't. Is there anyone else in the tavern with us?
There's a couple people at various tables that are enjoying their breakfast as much as they can. But you guys, because of the corner booth thing, you're kind of sequestered from them.
I'll say as quietly as possible, but so Vala can still hear me, that I was escorted to a room that has history and information on Sanguinius that isn't available to the public. And I was reading all night.
That's interesting. I was, Did you learn anything of interest?
Nothing that really helps us particularly. I found that, they're assholes, and if I want more information, I have to go to the Blood Capital, which kind of puts us in the same boat.
Yes. Well, I got to go in and learn more about the Dark Lady and the Guiding Beacon.
One of those is fantastic.
I always thought I was connected to the Dark Lady, and now it seems I'm likely not. I don't know where my connection lies.
As soon as he mentions or she mentions the guiding beacon, I already pull out one of my prayer books, the one that's written in common, and just set it down.
Okay.
What's this?
Well, my friend, that is everything that you will ever need to know in life.
Does it tell... Oh, the other thing you missed. Does this tell me how to kill a vampire?
I mean, I'm sure I could tell you how to kill a vampire, but it won't solve anything.
Oh, but it will. Um, I told the others last night, but well, when I was younger, a couple years ago, I obtained the interest of one of the vampires. Um, I hid and ran, and now it seems he's found me again. He bought me a drink.
This is going to sound random, but do you know what this individual looks like?
Pale?
He's got a pair of fangs. Really hard to miss.
Pale, good looking. Um, um, I, I, why?
Just had a run-in years ago with a specific individual. Thought maybe they were the same.
Do you remember that individual's name?
Depends which one they go by.
Well, that's just peachy. Well, his name was Leopold.
Yeah, that doesn't ring a bell.
And he was from House Laval.
With my particular backstory, would that ring any bell, Jody?
I don't believe so. I don't think
Okay.
you messed with Laval.
Okay.
I don't have your backstory in front of me, but for some odd reason I thought...
Yeah, I don't think it was around Laval. I'll double check.
Yeah. Technically, this specific person you're referencing doesn't technically belong to a house. That their house doesn't exist.
So yes, so we have that to deal with as well.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I could always just go running again. Clearly the vampires don't mind coming into Valakovia, but I don't know, maybe Fenrish, I hear, is nice this time of year.
Fenrish is always nice.
I take another sip of my coffee and gag.
Well, if we know this person's here, chances are they're going to be following us when we leave.
Well, I don't know that he was here necessarily. It wasn't, I don't know.
Henri, make a perception check for me.
Oh god, he's right behind me.
17, unless it's direct sunlight, but...
No, you're indoors. So as you're having this conversation, you have noticed something slightly peculiar. You notice Vala's face is starting to just ever so slightly flush. And you notice her breathing is getting heavier. Vala, you haven't noticed until now because it's been very gradual, but you can hear your heartbeat in your ears. And your face is getting a little bit hot, and you feel almost like you're out of breath, but you're just full of energy.
I cast Identify on the coffee.
There's nothing magical about it. However, being a coffee connoisseur in a land where not a ton of people drink it, you think you may have just had a little too much caffeine, and it's
Okay.
hitting you hard. Your mind's kind of going a little faster than you want it to.
I'm worried. This guy's been tracking me down, and I just, I didn't want to say anything before, but like, the dude's in my mind, in my head. I can hear him sometimes. It's freaking me the F out. And I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Bam, this coffee is good. Um, 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 oh, and that king, oh, he's gonna get it one of these days. Um, um, oh, I just, whew. Maybe I need to go for a walk. Yeah, I'm gonna go for a walk. And I need to walk off some of this energy. And I get up from the table and I just walk out the door.
Okay.
I'm gonna start doing laps like around the block.
I'll follow behind Vala, but tell the barkeep that if anyone asks for Henri or Vala Raven, that we're just walking around so that they don't
Okay.
really know what we're doing.
Lillian, preach, Commander. You guys can come down whenever.
I'm gonna come down right as I see them leave the door, and then follow. And then
I
follow.
think I'm gonna stay safe and stay upstairs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Insane.
Just a chain of people walking around.
Yeah, so Preach and Lillian come down. They both watch as Vala and Henri just walk out the door. Vala very quickly, Henri little slower pace.
And I am full power walking.
Are you like
Is
old
this like $1
ladies
Million
walking
Man
down
where
a
it's,
street
like,
in Florida
slow-mo
power
too at the
walking?
same time?
Yes, I'm walking around the mall.
I catch up to you and I join you.
Commander, you can see out your window this little train of your friends just doing laps.
I just watch. I want to count how many laps he does.
It takes you about 15 minutes or so to work the caffeine down to a tolerable level. You're starting to realize it's possible they heard about coffee, but it was never actually explained.
Mm.
And you're thinking what happened is they just took coffee beans, roasted them to shit, and then pureed them with water,
Oh.
Mm.
not realizing you're supposed to boil it and you're not supposed to keep the grounds in.
Ew.
I have an idea.
So your little sips that you drank, you probably had like 2 or 3 cups of just raw coffee grounds.
Nice.
So the equivalent of like what, 5 espressos?
Yeah.
As we're walking, I'm just like, my calves are burning. Are your calves burning? This feels great.
And how many laps did she get there?
In 15 minutes, it's not a massive inn. So you probably got at least a dozen or two.
Okay.
If you were running, you could easily hit 30.
No. I'm just. Whew, okay. Oh, it feels better. I can think straight again. Yeah, whew. And then I just crash on the table.
So Vala is now face first on the table.
I couldn't tell you.
Preach.
Hey guys.
Preach. You've been so quiet lately.
I had a lot on my mind.
So you know the king.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. We go way back. Way back.
Interesting. Does he normally use innocence in his diabolical plots?
Do I know that? Do I know that?
Generally, any diabolical plots you'd be aware of were the ones he sent you on. Beyond that, you don't really know what he does.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, we kind of just keep our world together separate from his world over there.
We don't talk about work.
We don't talk about it.
Okay.
Ignorance is bliss.
I wish I could be ignorant of certain things.
Oh,
Probably make my life.
it's pretend ignorance on my part. I just
So what is that for
well, it's a long story. But the TLDR, he pays me and takes care of me to go spy, essentially, and gather intel in the other places of the world. If I remember my backstory correctly.
For the most part, you do things for him that other people can't or would have issues with. Sometimes that's just finding out info without being seen. Other times it's more hands-on.
Right, but nothing sexual. Nothing
No.
weird.
The hands-on are not on the king.
Right.
He has
I'm
a
hired help,
wife.
but I'm not hired help.
Yeah, he has a wife and two kids, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep my comments on that to myself. So yeah,
Yeah.
So he's a family man.
sure.
It's kind of one of the duties of being the king is you're supposed to sire offspring.
Yeah.
Air and
Yeah.
a spare. Air and a spare.
Yes.
So yeah, that's me. Now you know everything about me that I'm willing to share.
On that note,
At this point, you've kind of finished your breakfasts. Your cart is, or your wagon is waiting for you at the city gates.
just realized Argento was the one who had the ability to control this thing.
Argenta's still here, just very quiet for some odd reason.
Hey, go sit next to Argenta. If we can just be quiet together, I need some time. I know, no. I know what you're gonna say. I need some quiet time. I knew you were gonna say that.
I will once again plop the what I would call the entry level guiding beacon book in front of Vala. Say, I suggest you read this. It may have answers.
Well, I'll look. I did look through the notes of the last high priest, his journal. Well, I'll look this over, and I just start skimming it, looking for any experiences similar to my own.
Okay, make an investigation check.
So good at these. Mm, 12.
So, reading through it doesn't really give examples as much as it kind of just preaches to you.
Hmm.
You know, it's like, the guiding beacon is great, and if you follow his guidance, then your life will be great, and you need to stop doing all these bad things.
Nothing about using arcane fire to destroy the undead.
No, that's the intermediate book.
That's the one I have that's written in Dwarvish.
Do I? Yeah, no, this is good stuff. Thank you, Henri. Then I'm just kind of keep flipping through pages.
There are a couple references in there to eternal damnation and turning away from your wicked ways. Your standard track.
Boring.
Yeah.
So, is there anything else anyone in the party wants to do in the Temple of the Wise Sage, or do you guys want to get on the road?
I'm good with on the road.
Yeah.
Road it.
Yeah. Well,
Hey, wow, not bad dinner this morning. Gotten about over a dozen laughs. Pretty good.
Yeah, no, it's that coffee was strong.
So, you all load yourselves up in the wagon. Argenta gets in the driver's seat, and you start heading off. Did you guys want to try and join a caravan, or continue going solo?
I can't remember what. Argenta's the one that decided on that, and I can't remember which one.
You were going solo last time. It's slightly faster, but also a little more dangerous. Joining a caravan will be slower and will cost you money, but you have the benefit of being in a large group.
I think we decided solo, if I remember correctly. Do you guys remember?
yeah. I don't remember.
We'll just say
Yep.
solo then.
Okay.
I'm down for that.
So you guys start to head off. You're about 3 to 4 days away from the sanguineous border. Is there anything specific you want to look forward or do on your way to the border?
Every night before we set up camp, whenever I'm on watch, I'm going to cast Death Ward on Vala while she's sleeping.
Okay. Any other slightly creepy things you guys want to do?
Slightly less creepy. I would like to, just on occasion, start sketching in my sketchbook of ideas for either improvements to my gun or ideas for any other contraptions I could think of.
Oh, okay. Do you have a specific route you want to go, or?
Not at this very moment. If anything, maybe adding a barrel or two, or building something else.
Oh, okay. Well, when you kind of decide the route you want to go, I'll just have you make an intelligence check to see how your sketching goes and how long it'll take you to go from sketch to tinker.
Okay.
So, for the most part, the 3 days of travel is mostly boring. You pass a small caravan on your way out there, and everyone seems sullen and down in it. But you tend to see that the closer you get to Sanguinius, the kind of almost permanent cloud cover in a lot of places. People just tend to be a little more downtrodden. Uh, After about 2.5 days, you arrive at the border, but you guys notice probably about 20 minutes before you get there, you can hear something happening at the border. Lots of shouting and banging. When you finally get there, you guys recognize the two. It was who ran into the vampire lord again?
Argenta and Vala.
And Val. Okay, so Vala, you and Argenta noticed the vampire lord you
It was
ran
me and
into.
Argenta.
What was it?
Yeah.
It was me and Argenta.
Okay,
Oh, that's right. Never. Sorry.
sorry. Commander and Argent, you both realize Argenta more quietly than you, Commander. You recognize the vampire lord, his blood guards, and a few other people you didn't see him with before. None of these extra people look like vampires, though. They've got a little bit too much color in their skin, and it seems that the there's another caravan or something that must have arrived at a similar time that's just screaming and throwing things at the vampire lord as he's kind of talking to their leader, and you can see a few of the blood guard already have hands on weapons, and it's kind of a powder keg situation at this particular point. So, what do you guys want to do?
So we get closer to Sanguinius. I'm gonna make sure my hood is up.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll tell the curves that that's the vampire lord that we ran into on the streets.
The road that killed the girl.
I'm sure that must have been pleasant.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the one. So I don't know how we want to try and sneak by this, or what do you want to do? 'Cause that's a,
Well, at this point, they've kind of blocked off this crossing. As you look a little closer, it seems that one of the wagons for the vampires either collided or something happened with one of the wagons of this caravan, and because these two wagons are kind of like crashed into each other, they've blocked off the entire road.
I say we approach and see if we can be of assistance.
yeah. I don't know about that. But he was able to spot me and Argenta and know it by face.
I honestly say we find another crossing.
Commander and Preach, you would both know there's another smaller crossing about half day's journey south from where you are. That would be the closest crossing to where you are.
What do you guys think?
Well, if he recognized the two of you like that, and he made any threats, then we go through after him. Chances are he can make do on those threats because we're in his turf.
Mm-hmm.
But if we go in a different way, and then there's a chance that he doesn't know we went in.
There's also the chance that we may be able to help defuse the situation.
And
Maybe he'll.
uh, you all would know, as much as the vampires write the laws, in order for them to do something to you, attack you or anything, even in Sanguinius, you have to commit some kind of crime. So unless they can pin something on you, he can't just go out and attack you, especially at a major crossing with witnesses.
It's up to you guys.
I think we should try that secondary one because if he knows we're in Sanguinius, it's all bets off.
Rala?
I think I've made my position clear. I don't want any more blood on my hands that I can avoid.
Lillian? Do you want to go this way, or do you want to head to the other one further south?
There's a problem what this is, but who said that was wrong? So it is. See,
If everyone else wants to go south, we can go.
Get into our situation. So it was
Well, what do you what do you guys want to do?
Sounds like everyone wants to go south.
What about you, Preach? What do you want to do?
I'm fine with either.
Mm-hmm.
I abstain technically, so it's a tie. I really don't care.
Argenta? Oh, wait.
Argenta just kind of looks at you both and kind of gives this look to you like, I don't want to get in the middle of this.
All right, we're going south. Let's go.
All right.
I just turn and walk away.
Okay.
You're not in the thing?
She walks out of the wagon just to make her point.
Exactly.
Hey.
Hey, I'm nothing if not a spectacle. Come on now.
My hands are just twitching on my sword and just kind of like almost tracing out arcane, but not. Just
Vala, make me a perception check with disadvantage.
Perception. 10.
Okay. You do hear the crowd getting a little louder, and you hear tiny bits and pieces of whatever the argument is, but there's just so many things going on, you're not able to really figure out what they're saying. So you all turn your wagons, start heading south?
Yep.
Yep.
All right. So, on the way south, you're now traveling cross country because you've gone off the road. I'll need someone, since our Genta is completely focused on just driving. I need someone to roll me a survival check to kind of guide your way through the forest.
Yeah.
I
No.
can do that.
20 not natural.
Alright.
Okay. Preach, you kind of tell Argento which way to go and everything, and you guys are doing pretty well for a little bit. As it starts getting later, you think you're only maybe an hour to two away from the crossing, but you know you can't camp at the crossing. They won't let you. So with it getting later, you can decide to camp here or push on through the crossing and camp once you get to Sanguinius. But that'll be another like 4 hours. It'll be well into the night.
I'm fine spending another day in Valakovia, another night outside of the vampire-controlled country.
Agreed.
I agree.
I think everyone's in consensus.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys find a decent spot to camp, and as you sit down, you do notice something slightly odd. As you make camp, you notice a lot of the trees have mushrooms at the base. More than you'd know. Like, mushrooms are not an odd thing to see in the forest. But this, like, every single tree around you has at least a few shrooms sprouting from it.
Like a Vala a dirty look.
Yeah.
I can get rid of these mushrooms with fire.
Oh no.
I've had bad experiences with mushrooms. Really anything at this point. Coffee, mushrooms,
Tree.
trees.
Werewolves.
I'm just standing there with my hands in my pockets.
Even that's dangerous.
You see my pocket move as if I'm forming a gesture.
I pull my sword. I'm kidding.
I cast prestidigitation to make it sound and smell like he farted.
Oh my god.
Like I did.
Yes.
That's not me. That's not my brand.
So you make camp. Who wants to go on watch?
I'll go on watch.
Here's-
I'll
Everyone.
also go on watch with Vala to keep an eye on Vala.
Okay. So with 4 watches, Vala and Preacher on first watch.
I'll see.
Okay.
I mean, I'll be there for all of them, but I'll help out during Lillian's.
Okay.
Oh, third.
So you have people on first, second, and third. But you have no one for fourth watch, other than our Genta could take that for you if you want.
I mean, could I technically take 2?
Technically, to get the effect of a long rest, you still have to be doing very little, and watch takes a little bit more than what would account for a long rest. Does that make sense?
Yeah, then since Argenta's not here, I'll probably put myself at that one for the actual watch.
Oh, okay. So, first watch, Vala and Preach. Roll me perception checks.
22.
20, not natural.
All right. So the first hour or so of your watch goes by pretty uneventfully. You guys shoot the shit a little bit, catch up. But suddenly you both hear a sound from the forest around you. It's hard to pick out at first. Then you hear it again. It's this high-pitched noise. Very short. You keep looking more for it. You hear it again. This time, you can actually hear it's a high-pitched voice saying something you can't quite make out.
I am going to cast Detect Thoughts.
Ooh.
What's the range on that?
Uh, 30 feet. Wait, yeah.
Okay. So as you sit there and kind of expand your mind, you sense Preach and her surface thoughts, but you can't really, and you can sense your sleeping friends, but you can't really sense anything else. But you get the idea this sound is coming from further than 30 feet away.
That's weird. I kind of like look at Henri like, huh. Okay. I, what do we do? Should I cast light?
And there's a fire behind you.
You probably started it, Vala. You should know this.
Right, but I can make brighter light.
As you're debating, you hear the sound again, this time a little bit louder. And it says something. The only word you're able to pick out is help.
Help. Help. Ah.
I'm gonna cast dancing lights in front of me
Okay.
and start heading in that direction.
All right. Make me a survival check.
That's a good thing I've been casting Death Ward on you all these times.
16.
Okay. So you kind of figure out roughly where you think the voice is coming from, though you're having a hard time kind of locating it, and you dive forward with your hula dancing lights in front of you.
Yes, and I'm staying 10 feet away from any mushroom.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'm just wondering what the hell's going on.
Hello? Are you there? And I
Is
just-
it me you're looking for?
Preach, you're going to follow, you're going to stay at camp.
Oh, I'm staying.
Okay.
I'll follow. Since I'm awake, I'll follow Val.
And Vala was never seen or heard from again.
Okay. So, Preach, as you're sitting there watching Valis split the party, you watch as Henri kind of gets up and just kind of floats off behind Vala.
I just go, ugh, and I follow too.
Okay. So,
And
go.
Detect Thoughts would stay up for a minute.
Okay.
Assuming... Never mind. That dropped as soon as I cast Dancing Lights.
It's about to tell you that, but so as you go out and you're kind of using the dancing lights as like mini searchlights. You send them over here to look in a bush there, and looking around, you're still not seeing what made the sound. And then, as soon as you start to get ready to give up, you'd hear another, "Help, please!" And you'd hear it, and you'd pick another direction. You'd go off again. And Henri and Preach, I'd like you guys to make me survival checks with disadvantage.
14.
14.
And Argenta suddenly starts speaking. Wow, this isn't going to work. Hope, please. You're not preacher. I have to fix this really quick. Yeah, that works. All right, so what'd you get, Henri?
We both got 14.
14. All right, so as you guys are going, suddenly you can't see Vala anymore.
Oh no.
Outside of my superior dark vision. Well, you got Death Ward, have fun.
And that's the other thing you find a little odd, Henri, is you're looking out. You're having a hard time seeing more than about 60 or 70 feet in front of you. And as you guys look back, you can't see the light of the fire anymore.
Oh no. I'm afraid of the dark. Just kidding.
While that's happening, Vala, you feel like you're getting closer, and you're starting to kind of glean information from the voice itself. It sounds like it's a young girl, possibly, and you feel like you're getting closer and closer every time you hear it. You start to realize you're not 100% sure how much time has passed since you started looking, and when you finally kind of focus on it's really weird. I should be able to guess how long I've been doing this. You suddenly see a small light in the distance, probably about 60 feet away.
Huh. I will start heading towards that light.
Okay.
And kind of sweeping my dancing lights around a little bit.
All right. So you don't really see much as you're kind of looking around with your mini spotlights. But as you get there, you see this little girl sitting on the floor. She's holding her knees and just kind of crying into them. And you see this little candle next to her, and a little candle holder.
Hello, little. Are you okay?
She looks up, and you see fear in her eyes as she kind of looks around, and she goes and finds the nearest tree and just kind of hides behind it.
No. There's nothing to be afraid of. And we're still within the light of the candle, right?
Yes.
I
It's
will
a
drop.
remarkably bright candle. You're realizing gives off about as much light as a torch.
Yeah. I will drop my dancing lights then, and I will cast Friends on her, and just kind of like go down to a knee and be like, "It's okay, it's okay. Come here."
All right. What's this save on that?
16.
All right, as you sit there and try to use magic to kind of calm her down, she kind of looks at you, and you see this kind of relaxing look go across her face, and she looks and she smiles. She's like, "Hi."
Hi. Are you all out here all alone?
Mm-hmm.
Where are your parents?
I don't know. And she starts bawling again.
Oh, it's okay. Come here, and I will reach out to her, attempting to comfort her.
Okay,
Because of course I will.
of course. And as you place your hand on her back, you can feel her kind of stiffen a little bit as you touch her, and she kind of recoils a little bit, and then again she gets this kind of calm look. She's like, Where are we?
I don't know.
Where's Mama?
I don't know, honey. We are going to find her. Where do you live near here?
Where's Mama?
I don't know where she is. Did you? Where do you live, sweetheart?
I'd like you to make me a perception check.
19.
Okay. As you're sitting there talking to her, you realize you must have taken your hand off of her back because you can no longer feel her. And as you're looking at her, something seems odd. And you look down, your hand hasn't moved from her back. But you can't feel anything.
I am once again going to cast Detect Thoughts.
She has no thoughts.
Do I detect any thoughts within 30 feet?
No.
I'm just going to start backing up.
Where are you going? You can't leave me here alone.
I don't know who you are or what you're doing. This is not funny. And if I
she
find you...
starts smiling. She goes, "Yes, it is. Come on. We're going to have fun."
So I'm guessing, since I didn't sense any thoughts, it must be a minor illusion, or it must be an illusion or something.
You can see through her now.
Oh, okay.
When you were so close, you couldn't really tell. You could see through her because she just had a flat background behind her, the tree. So she just looked a little browner than usual. Now that you've stepped back, you can see through her, and you know that's a telltale sign of an illusion. While that's going on, Henri, preach. You, again, are having a hard time remembering what direction you took to get here, and you can't see the fire anymore. What would you like to do?
I knew I should have stayed at the camp. Do we see each other, though?
Yeah,
Okay.
you're both very close to each other right now, like within about 5 feet, so...
Just in case, pretty much no one will be allowed to communicate telepathically with me. I don't know how that works if I'm unaware of them. Because it says I can let them with the Ring of Mind Shielding, but if they're... So I don't know how that works.
aware.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just gonna try for a shot in the dark and cast message in the direction I last saw Vala. And would I have to allow the reply with message since it's telepathic?
Message would technically bypass your ring of
Okay.
mind shielding because you're making a direct link for a single phrase. So,
If Vala's within range. Are
Yep.
you okay? Where are you?
as you do that, you feel a relatively unfamiliar feeling, but it's unmistakable. Someone countered your spell.
Righty then.
As you're trying to figure it out, suddenly all sound stops in the woods.
Oh,
You don't hear the
shit.
birds anymore. You don't even hear yourself breathing.
This isn't good.
Do I hear her say that?
Nope. You see her lips move.
Okay. Can I do some kind of check to know if I'm in a field of silence?
Make me an Arcana check.
12.
Did you roll it? You still there?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can now. What did you get?
I guess I cut out. I said 12. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, I missed that. Yeah, you can't be 100% certain. But yeah, this is a silence spell.
I just start doing like the stereotypical sign language signs for can't hear, gotta go. And I'm just like yelling.
So Henri, you watch as Preach is opening her mouth really wide and kind of shaking her head with every word it looks like she's trying to say, and she's flailing her arms around a little bit.
Seeing as how my mouth is covered, I guess responding wouldn't really make any difference. So
Yeah,
what I'll say
You
is,
have a mask
what?
on.
I'll say what, but she can't see my lips, so just kind of shrug, say what?
I start trying to walk in some semblance of a direction I think is right.
Okay, as you start to walk, you hear the first noise you've heard in the last minute or so, and it sounds like Vala. It sounds like it's coming from behind you.
Direction to the Lost Woods again.
I don't trust it. I keep walking.
Okay. So as you walk another 20 feet or so, suddenly you can hear again.
I'd be following her with nothing else to do.
And as you go and right after you break over it, you hear Vala's voice in your ear. Run! Henri's gone crazy. Tried to kill me.
I hear that, or Henri? I'm assuming I hear that.
You hear that. Though it happened right after you got out of the silence area, so you don't think Henri could have heard it because he was still in the silence zone.
Right. Well, hot pockets. Okay. I'm gonna keep walking, but I'm gonna slow down. And that's as far as I thought.
Okay,
I just said I was following Preach.
so you come out. Preach slows down her walk as you suddenly start hearing the forest again.
Okay. So what's going on?
So got a little message from Vala.
As you're speaking to him, you suddenly notice Henri's hand is at his side, but it's moving in a kind of strange way, and you realize he's tracing arcane sigils in the attempt to cast a spell.
Oh no! Don't do that. Okay.
Go ahead and make me a wisdom perception check.
Okay. 15?
Okay. Yeah, you're not sure why, but it's you've cast spells yourself. You've seen them cast. It's obvious he's trying to hide it from you.
I'm gonna unsheath my short sword and say, stop casting a spell.
Henri, to your knowledge, you weren't. And now Preach has a weapon drawn.
I'll turn around because in my mind I don't know what she's saying, so I'm just like, okay, maybe there's someone behind me. Crap, and I'll turn around.
Okay. There's no one behind you. And you even notice where the kind of wall where sound stopped. It's not there anymore. You can hear sounds from the area that should be silent.
I'm so confused right now. Who are you talking to?
You dummy.
I mean, as far as I'm aware, I'm not casting anything, and I'll just look at my hands.
You're not.
You literally were just making arcane symbols. I'm not dumb. I cast spells too.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
As you're sitting there trying to figure out what's going on, you suddenly notice something about Preach you hadn't before. As she's speaking, you get a little better view of her teeth, and her canines are much pointier than you remember them being.
Don't you dare, Jody. Do not make me a vampire.
And
Illusion.
Henri, I'd like you to roll a perception check.
Oh, this is going to go well.
It'll be with disadvantage.
Oh, good, because it was a natural 20 to a natural 1.
Yeah, you can see Fangs as clear as day.
Preach?
Traitor.
Is this why you haven't been talking much?
Because I'm on to you and your traitorous ways.
I'm just gonna tell you now. I probably won't taste as good as you think.
Ew, I don't want to eat you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start backing away slowly.
Preach as he starts to back away. You see his hands go behind his back, and you see a glow start happening behind him, as if arcane energy is being coalesced into something.
Magic missile.
Okay. Rolled damage.
Hang on, it's been a while. What are they? D4s?
Yes, D4 plus 1.
9?
So, Henri, as you start backing away, she extends her hand, and you watch as these 3 bolts of energy come out and slam into your chest.
I am super confused as what's going on. I have 1 spell slot left. I need to be really sparing with it.
As that's going on, Vala,
Yes.
the see-through little girl, is smiling wider now. Come on. I want to play.
I want to try to use prestidigitation to snuff out the candle.
Okay. As you do, nothing happens.
I cast darkness on the candle.
As you sit there trying to focus on it, because darkness requires a target. You sit there trying to focus and cast it. It doesn't work. You can't seem to target the candle.
I will target a point just below where the candle is.
You can't target a space. You have to target an object with darkness.
All right.
But you could choose, a tree, or it's a big sphere you make.
Right. I will pick a stone off the ground and
Okay.
cast darkness on it.
Okay, your vision goes dark. You
Okay.
hear, that's no fun.
I will pick a direction at random.
Mm-hmm.
Drop the pebble,
Mm-hmm.
move 10 feet, and then cast Misty Step and go 30 feet forward.
Misty Step requires you to be able to see, and 10 feet, you're still in the darkness. As you drop it and you start moving, suddenly darkness is no longer there. But the candle is still there, but it's not giving off light. As you look closer, you can see through the candle as well.
Stop messing with my head!
But it's so much fun. We haven't had a new toy in so long.
Why don't you show yourself? I know some good games.
What kind of games?
Fun kinds.
You're not telling me.
They're hard to explain.
How will we play them if you can't tell me what they are?
I will show you.
Fine, show me.
I reach into my bag and I pull out one of the potions of the Cunning Rascal healing. Um, um, I have a riddle game. If you can solve my riddle, then I will give you this as a prize. But if not, then you get to let me go.
So if I win, I get a potion.
A very special potion.
Ooh, what makes it special?
I don't know.
Well, how do you know it's special then?
It was made for me by a friend. I don't know what it does, but I know it'll be fun.
What's your riddle? Wait. Potion's not enough. How about if I solve your riddle, I can ask you a riddle, and I get the potion.
What happens if I win your riddle?
You can go back to your friends if
And
they're
if I-
still alive.
And if I lose?
You get to be my toy.
Oh,
I mean, how can you refuse?
sure. Why not?
Okay. What's your riddle?
That is an excellent question. And I start racking my head. Okay. Here's my riddle. 30 white horses on a red hill. First they champ, then they stamp, then they stand still.
Say it again.
30 white horses on a red hill. First they champ, then they stamp, then they stand still. What are they?
And she smiles.
I'm sorry?
They're teeth.
Hmm.
Do I win?
Well, I guess you win the potion. Here, come take it.
No, I got to ask my riddle first. I'll get
No,
the
no,
potion
you should
later.
take your potion.
No,
If you-
I want to make my riddle. He who makes it has no need of it. He who buys it has no use for it. He who uses it can neither see nor feel it. What is it?
Say that again, please.
He who makes it has no need for it. He who buys it has no use for it. He who uses it can neither see nor feel it. What is it?
Again, I really think you should take this potion.
Answer the riddle. I answered yours.
Well, it's just not a very good riddle.
That's mean. It's a very good riddle. You just can't understand it. You can't figure it out.
Oh no, it's just too confusing.
It's a riddle. It's supposed to be. It's like saying a river is too wet.
Well, fine. What's the answer?
You give up?
Well, no, I don't give up.
Well, I'm not going to give you. I'm not going to give you the answer to the riddle unless you give up.
Fine, I give up.
I'll give you a hint. Your friends might need one soon.
What is a casket?
You got it. Too bad you gave up first. Now you belong to me. And I'd like a wisdom saving throw.
Is this against being charmed, or...
It is not.
Ooh, okay then.
Different spell.
Wisdom saving throw.
Yes.
A 9?
Oh, no.
Your muscles seize and you can't move as the world goes dark. Henri and Preacher.
So,
You just got hit by magic missile.
right. I'm not going to fight you. I don't care what you are. I'm not going to fight you.
Can I like make a perception or something to try and figure out what's going on?
Currently, nothing is going on. Like, you hit him with spells, and now he's not attacking you, which is weird, because he just tried to attack you.
I'm just gonna stand there and stare with my sword in my hand.
Now, if you'll let me, I will send a message to those at camp. If you'll let me.
Hands out where I can see them at all times.
All right. This will be hard for message, but sure. And I'll try to cast a message to Argenta
Okay.
if Argenta's within range, saying, "You're the best one that could potentially find where we're at. We need help."
You Preach. You recognize him casting the message spell, and then you also recognize something stopped the spell. Henri, you can tell someone countered your spell again.
Okay, this is getting annoying.
Can I tell if he stopped the spell himself or it's an
You
outside
can tell
force?
something else stopped the spell. If you want to roll an Arcana check, you can try and figure out more than that. Don't go
22.
dying on me, Scott. Yeah, it was counterspell. Someone just counterspelled a cantrip. Which doesn't make a ton of sense.
Alright. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast Thunder Wave, but I'm going to cast it like 30. I'm going to turn so it's not going towards Henri.
Okay.
just so if anybody within 300 feet can hear the boom.
Ooh. Is it only 300 feet? I thought it was further.
Says the spell emits a thunderous boom audible out to 300 feet.
Gotcha. Argenta, Liliang, Commander, make me a perception check.
Just straight, no disadvantage or anything.
Yep, just regular perception check.
23.
Okay,
15.
okay.
10.
Lilian, you are sleeping sweet.
Yeah.
Argenta and Commander, you just heard a thunder wave go off. As that happens, Preach, you hear, "You cheated!"
The fuck? Who said that?
Immediately try to cast Fairy Fire in the direction I heard that.
You can't tell, or actually, no, you didn't hear anything.
Okay. So yeah,
Do I still see Henri as a threat, or is my attention like...
Well, the thing that made you see him as a threat was he was trying to cast a spell on you. In your mind, that's still happened.
Okay.
Like you haven't... It hasn't unhappened or anything.
Okay.
But it's obvious that that voice was not Henri's or Vala's. You also can't tell where it came from.
Henri, we're not alone. I still don't trust you.
I've been having since day one, but sure.
I trust you even less, if that was possible. There's a small child around here.
Sure wasn't you just not letting my spell go through? Still not 100% convinced.
I can honestly tell you, I don't know how to counterspell.
He's cheating too, but he's been cheating the entire time.
Apparently, this child thinks we are cheating.
You know,
What?
fun. I'm gonna go back to my other toy.
Wait. I want to play.
Really?
Yes.
By the way, Henri, you can only hear Preach's side of this.
Put two and two together.
I like games.
What kind of game do you want to play?
How about we play a game of hide and seek?
I like hide and seek. I'm really good at.
Do you want to hide first or seek first?
You pick.
I would like to hide first.
Okay. Okay. And suddenly you see a ball of light above you just descend. And this small figure with wings appears in front of you. And she looks you in the eye and goes, "Okay, I'll count on the tree, okay?" And she flies over to a tree, puts her hands in front of her eyes, and like buries her face in the tree. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I mouth to Henri. Run?
Did I see that?
Yes.
Oh, he saw the ball of light thing?
Yep.
Okay.
While
To your knowledge, this is not an illusion.
okay.
If you'd like to roll an Arcana check, you might be able to identify it.
Oh, hey, with a +0, 17.
You've heard of certain fey creatures that have a propensity for uh, messing with people and tricking them and things like that. But you can't really figure out what this particular creature is. You think it's probably fey, which is interesting because you guys have been cut off from the Feywild for, 500-600 years.
While her back is turned, not knowing the direction to even get back to camp, I'm going to try message one more time to Argenta with the same message.
Okay. As you do it again, you feel the familiar feeling of a counterspell, and you hear not from her. He's cheating again, and you see that the creature just turn around. You won't even play the game you came up with without cheating?
I didn't do anything.
He did.
He didn't know we were playing. Do you want him to play too?
Yeah, you guys came together. It'd be
We have a
rude
whole
to leave him out of the game.
We have a whole camp of people who love playing hide and seek. Do you want us to go get them too?
I'm not stupid.
I never said you were. I'm just thinking it'd be more fun to play hide and seek with more people.
You're lying. I don't
I-
like that. I wanted to play.
I
You're
would
trying to
never
get your-
lie to something so pretty.
Make a deception check.
Yeah.
It's like sitting next to someone on the phone. Because I don't hear half the conversation, so I'm so confused.
Natural 20.
What's your deception? What would the total be?
26.
Okay. So she looks at you. He's like, "Really? They want to play too?"
Oh, for sure. They love playing games.
I don't know. Your other friend. He didn't seem like he liked playing games much. He tried to go away.
Well, not everyone's perfect.
But you just said they want to play games, and now they're not.
That one doesn't know how to play games. They always get in trouble.
And she just has this look of distrust on her face. No. You and me and Scrunchy over there, we're going to play a game first.
Okay.
You're going to hide. If I find you, then you get to be my toys. And we can play all the time.
And what if you don't find me?
Well, then you can go back to your friends.
Never make a deal with a fairy. Damn. Okay. Okay.
But he can't cheat anymore.
All right, Henri, you can't cheat anymore.
How was I cheating? I don't even know what's going on.
We're playing hide and seek. Just
What?
go with it.
Oh, I guess I should have mentioned, once the creature showed itself, it started speaking, not using telepathy. So you have heard that conversation. Sorry.
Okay.
The only reason you couldn't hear it before is a damn ring,
Wise investment.
apparently.
Okay. I promise I won't cheat.
Okay. I'll count to 20. You go hide, and then I'll go find you. And if you can get back to this tree and call out Ollie Oxen free before I find you, then you win.
How far away am I from the tree?
Um, 10 feet.
Okay. Okay.
This is bad. This is bad. This is bad.
All right, so she goes back to the tree and goes, 1, 2, 3. And
Does she have
starts
her
counting.
head placed against the tree?
Yep.
I'm just because I grew up a loner child and didn't really know anything about games. I'm just gonna try and sneak to the opposite side of the tree that she's counting at as quietly as humanly possible, and
Okay.
just wait. And the second I see her leave, just call it out.
All right.
If I
Make me a stealth check.
oh, come on, don't fail me now. 21.
Okay. Preach, you watch as Henri very slinkily, silently moves and just goes to the other side of the tree.
Okay. I'm going to go in the opposite direction. And I'm not going to be like blatantly loud, but I'm going to make sure I make noise.
Oh, okay.
And then eventually I'm just going to pick a tree and climb up it.
Okay. And then try and hide in the tree itself.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a stealth check.
And if I think I got to the tree without being seen, I'm going to use my ghostly gaze so I can see through the tree and know when the creature leaves.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
I got a 23 for stealth.
Okay. So you think you're stealth. You kind of move around so leaves are kind of covering you. Make sure you didn't leave any marks on the tree getting up there. Henri, you're the first to hear it. 20! And she gets up and she goes around the tree. She goes, "Found you!"
Oh, God.
Now, did I see anything special with... Because it says it's spectral sight, lasts for 1 minute.
Mhm.
I perceive objects as ghostly and transparent images. I don't know if I would see anything besides just what's on the other side of the tree.
How far does it extend?
30 feet.
Does it have anything about seeing creatures? Do they give off a different glow or anything?
No, just as I perceive objects as ghostly, transparent images.
Okay. So looking through the tree, you can see her, and she's kind of weird and ethereal. But that's really always. I mean, you can see other trees and stuff on the other side of it, but so she comes around, is like, "Found you!" I need a
Yay.
wisdom saving throw.
By any chance, does she count as undead?
She does not.
Okay.
She is fey. She's
21.
also not doing this.
Well, I don't know. Let me, because I have the Undying Warlock thing where if it's undead trying to target me, they have to do a saving throw.
Oh yeah, the thing that's targeting you is not undead.
21 for the wisdom save.
You feel your muscles start to tighten, and then you shake it off. She goes, "Ooh, you're strong. Will you stay here? Okay?"
Okay.
She flies off. Couple seconds pass, she comes back. If you try to leave, my friends will let me know that you cheated again.
Where are your friends? Thought it was just you.
I never said that.
Well, then you cheated.
No. And she flies off. Preach, roll me a perception check.
Okay. 17.
As you're up there waiting, a few minutes pass. Nothing's happening. Suddenly you hear a buzzing sound. And you search your eyes around. It's really dark right now. so it's hard for you to kind of pick out things. But do you have dark vision?
Yes.
Okay. So even with your dark vision, it's hard for you to pick out things. Suddenly you see some movement, and you see this creature flying around. You see her go into a bush, go, found you! Oh. Then you see her go behind a tree. Found you! Oh. You see her going around a little bit, and she starts coming close to your tree.
Right as she gets like to the other tree,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do something I've never done before, and I'm gonna use a sorcery point
Ooh.
to do a subtle spell
Ooh.
and cast invisibility on myself.
Oh, okay. So she keeps looking around and gets to your tree, and she flies up and gets about 5 feet away from you on a different branch. Goes, found you! Oh. Flies off.
Okay, I'm gonna wait like until she's about 30 feet away from my tree.
Okay.
I'm gonna stealthily climb down the tree.
Make me a stealth check.
20, not natural.
Okay.
And I'm gonna stealthily make my way back to the tree where I'm supposed to go.
Okay. You hear the buzzing sound behind you as you start going.
I stop.
All right. Make me another stealth. Are you gonna just? You're technically just on the forest floor. You know, dive behind something. What are you gonna do?
If there's a bush near, I'll like try to, or go behind a tree.
Okay. Make me another stealth check.
21.
Okay. You hear this sound getting closer. Closer. Found you! Oh.
That was me, Sam, not Breach.
I know you're here. I'm
Does she fly
gonna
away again?
find you.
Do I hear her saying this?
They're a little bit too far away.
Legit, my heart rate is at 112 right now. Okay. When she flies away again, we're gonna go back to trying to get to the tree.
Okay.
Keep going.
Thinks she knows you're here, so she keeps looking. Go and roll me another stealth check with advantage.
25.
Okay. She comes right next to the bush you're in. I think I see something. I'm getting warmer. Suddenly, she's right in front and goes, found you! And a little squirrel runs out of the bush. And she goes, oh! And flies after this squirrel. You can't change shapes. It's not fair. As she travels off.
Hustle towards the tree. Still stealth. Hustle.
Okay, make me another stealth check.
23.
I'm rolling really good tonight. As you start hustling, you're about 20 feet away. You can see the tree, but you hear behind you. That was a neat trick, but I think I found you. And she's coming up behind you. What do you want it to do?
Is there a tree I can go behind real quick?
There is. Go ahead and make another stealth check.
26.
She flies straight past you to the other side of the tree. You're now 15 feet away from the tree.
She not flown away yet?
She went straight past and kept going.
Okay. Book it.
Okay, you make it to the tree.
I drop invisibility and yell out, all y'all are oxen free.
You win! You can go back to your friends now. That was fun.
Can I take my friend Henri with me?
He lost.
Oh, well, that's sad.
I guess you were a team. So I guess rules say you could take him with you. Besides, I already got another toy. Thanks for playing with me. And she flies off.
I'm gonna remember the direction and just wait.
Okay. You notice you're not having the issue you had before with not being able to tell where you are. Like, oh, we're about 300 feet that way.
Okay.
What do we do now? You're welcome, by the way.
I mean, I was just gonna try to kill it, but that's just me.
After she leaves, you guys hear similar buzzing from above you.
Oh, not
A
again.
lot of buzzing.
Oh, no.
And it goes in the same direction. You get the feeling there was a lot more than one of these creatures.
Do me a favor, Preach.
Uh-huh.
Show me your teeth.
I give him a big smile.
Do I see any vampire teeth?
Nope.
But I'm gonna say, why do you have vampire teeth?
What? I don't. Ew, no.
Let's go get others. I don't want to deal with that without more people.
Okay. So you guys go back to camp?
I mean,
I feel like we're gonna have to, right? Or we can try message again.
I could try message again. If it doesn't
I have.
work,
Yeah, I have it too, so we can both try it.
Oh, okay. Who are you trying to message?
I'm messaging Argenta because I know she has the best ability to track out here.
Okay.
I'm gonna message Commander.
Okay. Messages go through. Argenta, you hear Henri tell you he's about 300 feet north of you.
Okay. I'm
Preach, what do
waiting.
you tell Commander?
Creepy Fairy, Valagon. Help!
Did you get that, Commander?
Oh yeah, I heard it.
You guys can respond.
You can reply to this message.
Essentially, I just go, fucking hell again. And I'm waking up Lilianne.
I'll say,
Lilianne's got like her thumb in her mouth, just hugging her pillow.
where are you? And can we please get rid of Olive?
I send another message back, like saying follow Argenta. You can reply to this message.
So is that a no? And that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, as soon as I've jostled Lilianne awake, I'm going to start heading that direction.
Okay. Doesn't take you very long to get to where Henri and Preach are.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure. Well, at least I know Val is not dead, but
Yet.
yet. Because I would know when my death ward procs, right?
Yes, you would.
So at least I know she's not dead. But how many of those things did we see flying away?
You didn't see any. You heard a lot.
So, how do you guys feel about fighting hundreds of fairies?
I think we can go with Alvala. Let's just go.
Yeah, maybe. Do it.
I mean, we served our purpose for a good while. I mean, you don't need to burn more fires, so we can go.
We're not leaving Vala behind.
But
She has not yet fulfilled her destiny.
she set enough fire. She probably has. We're very good.
Fire is not her destiny.
She seems to make it that way.
While they're talking, because they said something about there being a lot of creatures in this area, I'm gonna start looking around to see if I can get their number and all of that.
Yeah, have I heard the word fairy from anyone?
Fairies are a common thing. You
No,
know,
I mean from the group.
well,
Has anyone mentioned what the creature are?
Henri called them fairies. However, fairy is kind of a blanket term that can refer to a specific creature or a lot of different fae-based creatures.
I'll just point in the direction that they went. Onward, and I'll just start marching.
Okay.
Can I try to spot the face? Do I need to know a specific one?
You can try. Generally, you would need to know something a little more specific than just fairies. But he kind of described what it was. The issue you're going to have is they're flying creatures, so they don't really leave a ton of tracks, and any they would probably be in treetops and things like that. So it'd be kind of hard to track in a traditional sense. With you being a blood hunter, do you have a special thing for fae, or is it just undead?
Yeah, but I is a survival for fighting fairy.
Okay. You can definitely try. Go ahead and make a survival check with advantage.
Oh, 16.
So the thing you come up with is tracking the fairies, whatever they are. Waste of time. However, there are certain characteristics of places that they like to call home, which you would have a much easier time finding. So you're not so much going to track them as you're going to track their home. And with that, you've got a pretty good idea of at least a direction to go in and what to look for. With that, we are going to end the episode. So I hope you all had a good time. If you missed any of the episodes, I do upload all of them to my YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/TraderJody. I generally upload them over the weekend. Otherwise, you can follow me on Twitter. I'm at Trainer Jody there. And that's all for me. I'll see you guys next time. All right? Bye-bye.